Why women don't want you to love them unconditionally. Stay tuned.
It used to be a time that fairy tales were true. The king and the queen and all the pills were blue. But then the pill changed, the red pill's the truth. Forget the married life, I got better things to do. Stack money.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before I get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. Next, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, who is Anthony Spade, the link is in the description. All right, today we're going to be talking about why women do not want men to love them unconditionally. Now, when I say that, it may sound mean, all right, because that's what men want to do. When men want to find the woman that they are most attracted to and just love her to death, give her the world, treat her the best. He don't want to see her sad. He don't want to see her mad. He don't want to see her upset. All he wants to do is see her smile, which is what you're typically supposed to do whenever you do care about someone. But when you start using the word love, love just means you want them to be happy all the time. Well, there's things that come with that. One thing is, women don't want to be overly loved. And there's a reason why women don't want to be overly loved, because women realize that everything is nothing but a fantasy, and they gravitate towards the truth. Kevin Samuels has a lot of subscribers, and women show up every night because they gravitate towards the truth, because he doesn't spend any time pandering them. All right? Why is the guys that don't pander the women get all the attention that the guys that are pandering the women don't get? All right, let's talk about that now. First, when you love someone unconditionally, you ignore all of their red flags, which means that you go outside of your boundaries, which means that things that would typically turn you off from that person, things that you know, all right, if this person continues to do this and I put up with it, it would make me miserable and depressed. You ignore that, because when you choose to love someone, you're saying, I'm choosing to accept this person no matter what. I accept all the negative traits that this person has to offer. That's what love is. Everyone thinks that love is all about just treating the person good so they treat you the same way back. No, it doesn't work like that. Love is you saying, I don't care how you treat me. I'm gonna treat you good no matter what. That's what's loving a woman unconditionally. It's because she knows that she's not perfect. She knows that she's not the best woman in the world. So she doesn't want a man treating her like she's the best woman in the world. She needs a man that's able to look at her and give her straight answers, not one that's going to lie to her. Next, it sets the tone for the relationship. All right? It sets the tone. Women know throughout the relationship, they can do anything and get away with it. They can cheat. They could use the man. They could go out with their friends. They could piss you off. A woman knows throughout this relationship, this guy has showed me that he is so gullible that I could get away with anything. See, this is why with a lot of you guys, when you go out in public, your woman is always in another man's face. She's always talking to another man. She's always arguing with and debating with other guys. And she's doing that because she has no respect for you. When women don't have respect for men in a relationship, then they rip and run around any guy. She becomes the guy that all the girls, she becomes the girl that all the guys can crack joke with. Now your best friend and your girlfriend is getting along because your girlfriend is looking for some masculinity and she can find it in your best friend. Why? Because at the beginning of the relationship, you gave up all the power and you gave up all your love, which says, I'm gonna take you regardless of what you do to piss me off. Next, you won't hold her accountable for her actions. She can mess up and she can play victimize herself, and there you go, adjusting yourself. There you go, giving in to her, all because she played the victim role. What women do when they play the victim role, they turn around and get they try to pin it on the guy. She try to make it like it's somebody else's fault that she did something wrong. When you relinquish all of your power and love her unconditionally, she could take everything that she does wrong and blame it on you. She could say, oh, you didn't do this. This is why I did this. oh, you didn't do this, this is why I did that. With you being so gullible, you just go ahead and forgive her. And the reason why you forgive her is because you don't want to debate with her, you don't want to argue with her, because when you love someone unconditionally, you only want to see them happy. But a woman doesn't want a man that wants to see her happy. She wants a man that's going to hold her accountable and call her out. Once again, I'm going to go back to Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels makes these women hold themselves accountable for the actions that they make. And that's what a woman wants. She wants a man that's going to call her out. You ever notice, like, when you watch these debates with men and women online, not just Kevin Samuels' channel, but a lot of other channels where there's guys and women. A woman loves being on the show where guys are always telling her the complete answer. But when she goes on the show where guys are telling them what they want, typically those guys end up getting used and abused. So if you're unable to hold her accountable for her actions, then she believes that she can do anything in the world and get away with it. Next, it makes her abuse you mentally. What do I mean by it makes her abuse you mentally? See, when you start being extra nice to a woman and you start being too good to a woman, she starts to say, no, I need his dominant side. I need him to put me in check. I need to see anger in him. I need to see aggression in him. So she starts to talk to you bad. She starts to treat you bad. She starts doing things around you that's going to have you react. And the reason why she's doing it is because she's trying to pull an evil side of you out. She wants to see that dominant side of you come out. So when she doesn't see that dominant side, what she's going to do is abuse you psychologically. You're going to always think you're doing something wrong, so you got to correct the fact that she's mad. But you're not understanding is that she's going to be getting mad on purpose. And the reason why she's getting mad on purpose is because she really needs to see your dominant side. She needs to see a side of you that don't love her. Women love that side. They love guessing how a man feels about them. So when she knows that you love her, she's going to try to turn you into a thug. She's going to try to turn you into a tough guy. And if she got to get you drinking to do it, you may just become a drunk, a wine drinker. You may just become a crazy man just to satisfy her other side. So you get abused mentally. Guys that are in love with women always walk away with the most scars. Next, you leave no room for debate. You leave no room for arguments. Women will lie to you just to start an argument. Women will lie to you just to start a debate and see if you could give her a brutally honest answer or if you're just going to go along with everything that she says. So when you love her unconditionally, she knows you're not going to argue with me. You're not going to challenge what I'm going to do. You're not going to do anything. All you're going to do is just go along with it. Even when you're right and I'm wrong, you're just going to go along with what I say. That's the part that she starts to become very disrespectful. Typically around this part of the relationship, she's going to start getting a side dude. You're going to make her want to get a side dude because now you became the perfect guy. There's no such thing as the perfect guy. All perfect people get used and abused. All perfect people only get a perfect psychiatrist to go to when it's all said and done. Last but not least, it destroys your self-value. All right? A lot of you guys out there, you're going to meet the girl of your dreams and you're going to meet the girl you like. You're going to have a good job. You're going to have everything going for yourself. You're going to be in a happy mindset. And the reason why your energy is going to be good is because you ain't been dealing with the BS. But you're going to come across a girl that done had some problems, that done been around the block a few times, and she's damaged in the head. But you think just because your life is going so good, you're alpha enough to turn around and go and fix her, not realizing you cannot turn a bad girl good. But you ignore that. You ignore those red flags. You ignore all those signs. And what you start to do, you start to love her. But when you start to love her, it starts to become stressful to love her. So now, in order to love her, you got to fight with her all the time. You got to argue with her all the time. Next thing you know, you drinking. Next thing you know, you smoking. You ever seen a good girl get with a bad guy, and next thing you know, she got 2 kids, she's all beat up, lips are black, smoking weed, drinking every day? Well, it happens to you guys too. You good dudes, next thing you know, you smoking cigarettes and you drinking and you looking at your life like, man, ever since I met this woman, I have had nothing but drama in my life. Why? Because you love her unconditionally when she don't need a man to love her unconditionally. She needs a man to program her to loving him without him loving her. If you get that, then you'll understand what I mean in this video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hopefully you guys are getting the message. I just put up in Walmart. Hopefully you guys are getting the message. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.